Hello my friends, welcome to my 13th edition of Things to See and Do in Paris. Today we're standing in the Tuileries Gardens. We're going to take a little walk. Unfortunately, fountains are all being worked on, but we're going to see a couple of little things of interest. Beautiful gardens situated at the bottom end of the Champs-Élysées. So people enjoying the sunshine here today, although it's pretty fresh. Never mind. Let's go in and see what we've got to see. For those of you who decide to come to have a walk through the Tuileries Gardens, you won't go hungry or thirsty. There are 3 very nice restaurants. It's a beautiful spot to come and relax, read your book, have a cup of coffee in one of the restaurants. We're standing near the entrance to the Tuileries Gardens and we're looking at a plaque which commemorates the very first hydrogen balloon ride ever in the world in December 1783. You can see the 2 people that went up in the basket, Monsieur Charles and Madame Robert. And I'll swing around and show you the area where they actually took off from. The very first ever took off from here. About 300 metres up the road from the Tuileries Gardens, we arrive at a very famous church. I know it doesn't look like a church, but it is. It's called La Madeleine. Many famous people have their funeral service started here, and I can remember several years ago when Johnny Hallyday, who was the Elvis Presley of France, when he passed away and had his funeral service in this church, the streets were closed off to traffic because there were tens and tens of thousands of people. During the 1800s in Paris, Art Nouveau buildings were the style, and this is probably one of the very few remaining Art Nouveau style buildings left in its original state. It's probably the best example left in Paris of an Art Nouveau building. The era was called La Belle Époque, towards the end of the 1800s, and that's when it was all such a beautiful place. Paris was the leading city in the world for architecture and fashion, and it still is the leading city in the world for fashion. This building is at number 33 Rue Rapp, not far from the Eiffel Tower. Another view from across the street. And if we swing around, this is the view that they have. Not bad, is it? We're in Place de la Bastille. A very popular spot. Again, many restaurants. The canal is behind us. And some traditional, beautiful French, Parisian buildings anyway. History of La Bastille, 1789. People stormed La Bastille, which was a prison which held political prisoners, and it brought in the French Revolution. To our right, we have the modern Opera House. Nothing like the Opera Garnier, but there you go. It's all different. A lovely spot. La Bastille. Well, here in the Bastille area, somebody had a great idea what to do with an unused railway line. It's above the arches. Well, let's go and have a look, see what they've done. What a great spot to go for your morning walk. Walk your dog. Relaxing place. Very little noise up here from the streets down below. Oh, a lovely spot. So this is what they did with the old railway line. Go for it. This is the town hall. Gee, you'd think that the Olympic Games were coming to Paris. Oh. Town hall, beautiful building. Holy moly, I think I must have made a wrong turn. This is not my street, I don't think. Up, and this is not my hotel. How do I get out of this street? Or should I stay a bit longer? No. I made another wrong turn. I've got to find my shop. I need a sandwich shop, not a love shop. We are looking at the Church of Saint Eustache. This was built in place of a chapel, which was first built in 1223. And in 1532, they decided to build this church. And believe it or not, it took them nearly 100 years to have it completely finished before it was consecrated as a church. It's a big one, but it's old, as a lot of the things in Paris should be, and should be maintained, rather than build stupid stuff. We want Paris to stay Paris, and not to be turned into another, just a big city like all the others. The Forum des Halles. This is now a huge shopping centre. And you might think, but there's not too many shops here. Well, let me tell you, on 3 levels underground. And it's very easy to get lost. But, you know, you could get lost in worse places than in a shopping centre. This used to be the wholesale marketplace of Paris. where all night it was bustling with wholesalers selling all sorts of food and whatever else you can think of. And it took many years to build this. I can remember it took around about 15 years to build this place. But there you go. Forum des Halles. It is a unique design. The roof is pretty weird, but it works. We're looking at the Tour Saint-Jacques, the Saint Jacques Tower. This is the remnants of a church that was destroyed during the French Revolution. Fortunately, the people with the power and the money decided to restore this tower. And it's a monument now standing in a little garden. Not too far from the town hall. The Tour Saint-Jacques. This is Centre Pompidou, dedicated to the memory of Georges Pompidou, who was President of France, I think in the 60s. You think that's scaffolding? No, it's not. That's the way they left it. I don't know whether it was scaffolding and they decided to save a few dollars by not bringing it down. No, only joking. This is like having the skeleton outside the skin of a body. But they wanted to have something ultra modern and different, something controversial for people to talk about. Well, there it is. Centre Pompidou. Weird. It's an exhibition building. They hold many exhibitions of art, sculpture, films, you mention it. If they can show it, they show it here, as well as many other places. As it says, this is not graffiti. If graffiti was like this, wouldn't be too bad. Well, my friends, thank you very much for joining me on this excursion. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Tony, talking the talk. Don't forget, give me a like and subscribe. You can always leave a comment and share it with your friends. Don't forget, for those of you who are coming to Paris and want to know a little bit about it, don't forget to look up. This is this is the 13th. I'm getting tongue-tied here. This is the 13th video I'm making of things to do and see in Paris. And I've also made many others on other interesting subjects. Look up those videos. You'll have a laugh. Or you'll get angry, one or the other. Folks, thank you very much. Until next time, keep smiling, stay positive. Bye for now.